Just normal episode. Just normal episode.
Just normal episode. Nothing big here.
Nothing big.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. We're back here. At
just
Raw.
At the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Yeah, that's all. Puddy ran like Amway or something. Whatever you ran the other week. Yeah, no, you ran the Superdome as well. So, I tried to one up you after I went and stole your territory.
But Sami showed up the next day to wrestle it back.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? Puddy?
What?
I think we made a terrible mistake.
Why?
This is WrestleMania.
Oh. So you got me confused because I thought my mic was muted. I was like, what?
We couldn't hear him the entire time, everyone. What's happening? But welcome to WrestleMania. Welcome to the end of the road. Well, technically, it's never the end of the road. Did we mention that we
canceled the pre-show?
We did cancel the pre-show, so don't look for that. If you're confused where it went, it's not real. It doesn't exist. There will be a post-show, though, that I will get Puddy to make a thumbnail for.
Maybe we should use the pre-show.
We will just use the pre-show one. No, because then people will watch it first and then be like, oh.
That's true.
But the title will say post-show. Maybe we'll confuse.
We need to record that, though, this weekend.
If we title it post-show and the thumbnail says pre-show, does that mean it's technically the main show? But
we're not going to call it post-show. We're calling it the epilogue.
The epilogue to the entire series. But anyways, folks, this is WrestleMania. As I said, it's the end of the road. But technically, there's never an end of the road because once you hit WrestleMania, it all begins again.
Oh, that was sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Crisp.
Smooth. I'm just trying to throw it in there like that. Just whoa. Last little bit. Just woo.
Do you wanna like kind of give a summary of what the tri-main event we have tonight?
Yeah. So your poll has been calculated. We have studied numbers for hours. We have. What'd you say?
We carried the two. We calculated him.
Yeah. Carried the two. Looked at demographics. Looked at the charts. Always look at the charts.
We made to exclude all of the women votes.
Yeah,
because we don't work that way.
We don't work that way.
That left us with a single vote, and it was my son's. So the main event.
Puddy, your son was one of the few people who voted for Vince versus Owens. So Puddy's son, you will not be getting what you want. No.
No. I think there is something on this show that I booked before I read that comment that may act as an olive branch to my son. I think he's going to enjoy something on this show.
What do you know, folks? But anyways, main event of WrestleMania, Sami Zayn versus John Cena. If
Owens
Sami
has been
Zayn
screwed out of his main event.
If Sami Zayn wins, John Cena has to walk away.
And from ownership.
From ownership of SmackDown.
But
he has to walk away, ... from ownership of SmackDown.
But if John Cena wins, Sami Zayn has to walk away from wrestling.
I didn't know it was a career versus ownership match. I should have had that instead of just the Cena stipulation.
Yeah, I noticed that you had that on the poll. I was like, did you forget that
I did.
The other side of that? But it's fine.
I did. I'm bad.
The important part is the Cena's control thing. I mean, if Sami loses and Cena has to keeps control of SmackDown, I think he'd want to leave anyway.
It's true. He can come to Raw. Actually, no, he can't because Cena's flat out said he will. If Sami Zayn wrestles, he will hunt him down and kill him.
No, it's similar to the Tommy Enda situation, except with less loopholes. If Sami loses, his wrestling license is revoked.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But anyways, folks, we have two other matches that could have been main events tonight.
Title matches.
Yeah, title matches.
Well,
World title matches.
We had 7 other matches that could have been main events tonight. Let's be honest, Tucker.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, look at that women's match. We don't play that way. Anyways.
How dare you? It's the women's main event, I'll have you know.
For SmackDown, the WWE Championship is on the line as champion.
Men's Championship. WWE Men's Championship.
Oh, I'm sorry. As Chris Hero defends against King of the Ring, Johnny.
King
of Wrestling. Johnny Gargano.
Yep, big. These two men have evolved a lot over the last couple of years, and they're meeting each other once again.
And over here on Raw, we have the man, the boss, the Mac Daddy, the World Heavyweight Champion, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, as he defends his championship against
the rule breaker,
Kevin fucking Owens.
The ass kicker.
The ass kicker.
The Antichrist of professional wrestling.
The Antichrist of professional wrestling. That was the nickname I was looking for. Why couldn't I find it? I was like, he had a nickname, right? I'm like, nope.
The man
who
made Sami Zayn cry. The Snowman Killer.
The Snowman Killer.
Wheeler Dealer.
Are you ready to get into WrestleMania?
I'm not really, but I never will be. So
yes, you will. Piss off.
Wait, what?
I don't know. As you guys can see,
mean.
Making sure LA, which is Louisiana, Mercedes-Benz,
not
super
Los
dope.
Angeles.
Not Los Angeles, trust me. We did the math. We carried the 2. All right, it's not Los Angeles.
We carried the 4, Tucker.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's do WrestleMania.
It's pre-show.
Pre-show.
As in the opening match of the evening, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows defending against True Mulligan, and True Mulligan defeat the Good Brothers, winning the WWE Tag Team titles. Ron Truth has gold in the WWE again.
And somewhere out there, Puddy's son has creamed his pants.
This is his WrestleMania moment.
On the pre-show.
On the pre-show. Which is still in front of 54,000 people. God damn it. You lied to us, Gabe. You lied to us, Gabe.
We almost sold, like, a quarter of it out. No, we sold, like, half of it.
Yeah, well, more than half. I think it's a 70,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
That's pretty good. Way to be, everyone. As
you did better than last year.
We have our pre-show main event of the evening. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
It's Money in the Bank, and Apollo Crews has done it.
Holy shit.
Apollo Crews.
The Miz is done.
Formerly known as Apollo Crews, leader of the Apollo Crew, runner of the Apollo Cruises.
Is Mr. Money in the Bank
Mr. Money in the Bank. And The Miz is forced to retire. He's fired from Monday Night Raw. What's that?
Holy shit. You said it was forced. I thought he put it upon himself. I didn't think it was a stipulation.
What? Man's gonna.
He said if he loses, I will retire, not like Vince.
That's true.
Like...
That's true. He doesn't need to retire. He could swerve everybody and be like, nah.
Yeah, it was just a prank, bro.
It was indeed just a prank. But Apollo Crews is Mr. Money in the Bank.
And you guys at home will get to determine when he cashes it in.
That's true. That's very true. That's everything that we leave for you guys. The epilogue episode will contain in the description the save.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh. I think we're gonna put the save in this episode.
No, I thought we were doing it in the epilogue.
Well, I think the epilogue is like an optional for people who want to run the save. I think we should give it out on this episode. It'll be the most viewed episode probably of the series.
That's true. Yeah. But anyways, the epilogue, if you're interested in watching it, we're basically just going to talk what we were going to do the rest of the series. Yeah, basically a podcast style. We're just going to talk about the series, what we were going to do, what things were going to be. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be chill. Shit, Apollo Crews is champion. Or not champion. Mr. Money in the Bank, which is technically a championship, is it not? But we have bigger things on the horizon, Puddy.
Indeed, as an intro shows, the kind of mini rivalry between The Undertaker and AJ Styles, which has been fueled in a fiery manner by the hatred Undertaker felt because AJ Styles eliminated Undertaker from the Royal Rumble, which at the time Taker thought excluded him from getting his revenge on Chris Hero. And that hatred has just grown and grown. There are many grooming sessions gone wrong. And eventually AJ Styles decided, you know what, I've had a terrible year. I was the superstar of the year 2016, and 2017 has started in a terrible way. And I need to fix that, and I need to put it all on the line. And my former rival Sami Zayn fought best when his back was in the corner. The tiger's claws came out in force. And so I got to put my back against the wall. I got to do something crazy. Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, career versus career. And you know what? That's the way I want it anyway, because the streak is meaningless. But there's one thing I can still take away from you, and that's your career. And we get the traditional Undertaker WrestleMania entrance with fire and, brimstone and, the way it has, so the Druids are carrying like rocks of brimstone and they put them at the base of the Hell in a Cell, and we just have a normal Undertaker entrance.
Did the Druids have like the fire sticks?
No, they were just carrying rocks of flaming brimstone.
Oh, so they do have fire things. Like they have fire things. Wow.
They have fire.
Fire.
Yeah. And then into the match itself. Hell in a Cell, career versus career. A back and forth match with lots of indie-rific hype maneuvers in a bout that had fantastic wrestling and great heat. Other way around.
Oh no.
The Undertaker defeated AJ Styles in Hell in a Cell by submission with a Hell's Gate.
Actually shocked by that right now, everybody.
25-1, 24-1, and AJ Styles
24.
SmackDown career is over.
Back to Japan. He's gonna go hang out with Shinsuke in Japan.
Yeah. Yep. That's a really good match. Really
yeah, Jesus Christ, buddy. I was like, as we went into the match, I'm like, AJ's not gonna lose this, is he? And then we got in the match and he did lose it, and I was like, yeah, why did I feel like that was gonna happen?
I think it could have gone either way.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Like I think you have worked everybody here.
Hopefully the trend shall continue.
Oh no. Judging by some things I was told earlier, folks, I'm now very concerned about my knowledge of this entire show. As we head into the Wyatt family, the lights go out, and the entire arena is lit by the cell phone lights because it's the 21st century. People don't have lighters.
Are we in the 22nd century now? in the series? Haven't we gotten that far?
What?
Tucker's like, wait, how long do you think we've been going?
Yeah, I know, I'm like, how long do you think a century is, buddy? Either way, it wouldn't matter.
About yay long?
Oh. Interesting. We can't do it for Mania. I'm upset now.
No, we can't. I should. There was a plan to have Catchpoint versus the remnants of the SmackDown 7 on the pre-show.
Should have done it.
Just fell to the wayside.
Should have done it. We would have been able to do the thing. Everyone would have popped.
That's true. We worked it in.
Puddy, how regrettable is not booking that match?
Yay, regrettable.
Oh, what do you know? And the big question in everybody's mind is what's the deal with the next team coming out? You know what I mean? Are they going to come out together? Are they friends? Are they like even going to want to work together? Yeah, exactly. Co-workers.
Well, one thing.
And holy shit, they do. Armed in the full-on garb, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns come through the crowd, belts in hand. Dean and Rollins. They jump over the rail.
In this arena, I think they were a team and they were fighting someone.
Yeah, Mania 30, right?
Wasn't that the Kane Outlaws match, or was that 29?
That was the Kane Outlaws 4-minute squash match. And they repeat history. No, they don't.
Perfect. Can I mention something a little meta here? Is that I want to say for the Shield, very similar to many of the great workers over the years. The Shield had a fantastic TV resume, and as an act, were one of the best TV workers of that period. And just like many of the other TV workers of that period, they never got the Mania match that was anywhere near deserving of them.
Yeah, that's very true.
But they're getting one now.
They are getting one now. And it's the match that was really good from that one Elimination Chamber.
From that era. Oh, actually, I think the main event match was largely considered to be the best one. I agree.
The main event match?
Yeah.
Main event? What are you talking about?
The show main event.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The B show main event.
Yeah, what match is that?
The Wyatts versus the Shield had a match on main event.
Holy shit, did they?
Good.
Oh my god. I didn't actually know this at all. Anyways, we move into the match. It's an 88B+. As the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns defeat the Wyatt family of Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper. 15:45 when Roman Reigns defeats Bray Wyatt. Nobody saw anything. Nobody is seeing anything that's occurring right now.
Is this a bombs match? Because I feel in Brotherhood spirit you should have gone with a bombs match.
I didn't go for a bombs match, I don't think. This is just straight up slow build match. Eric Rowan even bruised his shin somehow. He got kicked in the shin by Ambrose. Big question is the Shield back? Or is this a
Or is this
one-off
a
deal?
one-time thing?
Yeah, who knows? Because who knows?
You know, maybe. Oh, actually, you don't know. You know at home. You know at home.
Yes, that's what I thought you were going with. You know, and I was like,
Sorry.
You know.
Well, we've done this throughout the series where you've said that, and I've said you know because you're the booker. But actually, this time you guys are the booker.
Yeah, you guys know. You guys know if this is legitimate or if just a one-night thing to pop the fans. And
we could talk about this more in the epilogue. But like Roman and Bray had a really lit feud a couple of years ago, and I don't think this is over.
Who knows, folks?
You do at home.
Yes. Who knows? You do. Not Puddy, not me, you. You being the United States, I guess. I don't know.
The WWE Universe.
Still champion? It was Finn Balor all along!
You can tell how much we don't watch the product because we think he's still champion. He was champion like last summer.
He's not still champion? Oh, no.
No, he's not on the card, as I told you. We have a promo hyping up Samoa Joe versus Zack Sabre Jr. This very much focuses on Zack Sabre Jr. You know, in 2016, he came into the promotion. He was this really hot prospect, but he got a reality check. His first pay-per-view match against the Big Show, he got destroyed.
He did.
His first big inter-branded pay-per-view match against Samoa Joe, he got destroyed.
He did.
His wars against Kings Eventually Die, he got destroyed. He was on the verge... So,
No, I was just saying he did every single time. You were like, he got destroyed. I'm like, yep.
Yep, and in December of 2016, he was on the verge of just calling it quits. Either saying, I'm done with wrestling, I've had my fill, I've been really good at a time, and I'm just done. Or leaving SmackDown and going back to the home that he knew he was good on the indies, and just like, yep, I'm an indie wrestler. I'm never going to make it on this stage. But he turned it around. He had faith. And after a couple of years of some decent success, he decided to go on a road to redemption. He decided to correct and right some wrongs. And this is two wrongs he wants to correct tonight. The first, the SummerSlam match against Samoa Joe. And the second, the fact that he's never held singles gold. It's a big night for Zack Sabre Jr. It's a night that his career could take a huge turn for the best. And for Samoa Joe, a guy who's getting on in years, a guy that John Cena didn't call not a real destroyer, a failure. And you know, for him, he's had 2 Intercontinental title reigns. He's a fearsome competitor, but a loss here could send him on a death spiral, and this could be the beginning of the end for Samoa Joe's career. But a win here, and he's proved that he's still got it.
If Zack Sabre Jr. were to lose this match, how big of an impact would it have?
I think it would have. I think there are two sides of it. I think there's the one side that says, well, it proves that at least right now and for the foreseeable future, he's just not a main event caliber player. And then there's the other side of it where it's like it confirms those deep-rooted suspicions that he's had in his mind for God knows how long, that he's never going to be a main event player. So it could range anywhere from he needs more development and he'll spend a few years working on it to his psychology takes over and again he goes into that death spiral like we talked about, and it could be a huge downhill turn for him.
Are you ready to find out the answer?
I believe there is an entrance of some sort first.
Oh man, what is this?
I was thinking about turning Joe heel. I changed my mind.
Oh, okay, so just yes.
Just leave it. Yeah, yes. As we have some tiki torches, some palm trees, and beautiful women in bikinis fanning Joe as he comes to the ring.
Damn.
Dun,
do we have anything else?
Dun dun. No, this is the match. So, well, Sabre has his intro played live by the Cribs, but he just does a normal entrance otherwise.
Hey, Scenesters.
Hey, Scenesters.
Here we go.
If you haven't seen a live version of Hey Scenesters, it's very good. Exceptional match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Samoa Joe by submission with a hurrah. Another year. Surely this one will be better than the last. The exonerable march to progress will lead us all to happiness.
Yes, buddy.
As Zack Sabre Jr. wins the WWE Intercontinental Championship. What does this mean? Let's find out. Well, you can find out. Oh,
I was about to say, I'm like, should I hit next segment? Is that when we find out? When do we find out? What's happening? Who am I? Who are you?
Let's find out.
TEW stars the celebrities. Do they know things? What do they know? Let's find out.
Do they know things? This is something that we brainstormed that we haven't, like, in either of our minds been, like, completely, like, solid about this. But the two champs, we like to do this angle. I personally am a big fan of the two champs running into each other backstage. My favorite example of it is WrestleMania 21. I thought the interaction between JBL and Triple H on that night was really fun. And an added layer here is that, of course, they used to be kind of allies of sorts, but there was a sneaky plan going on, and I don't think Vince really knows.
I don't think Vince knows right now anyways. Like, man's old and senile.
It's true. So what do you think Vince says? Because I think Vince would instigate this. He has the big iron balls.
That's true, and he's a very friendly man.
Kind of. To other men. Who aren't related to him.
Very, very true. So Vince is going to go up to Chris, and he's going to be like, is that a hero I spy? That wasn't Vince. That's not my Vince accent. What the hell's wrong with me today?
Chris Hero looks Vince up and down and says, I kind of feel sorry for you. You think you're in control, but you're far from it. But good luck tonight. I mean it.
Good luck to you too. Maybe.
Chris just walks off.
The fuck?
Stephanie,
what the fuck has happened?
Was that Chris Hero? Wasn't he part of Vince's 11?
I think that was Cassius Ohno. What's happening? That would have been a way better thing to open the angle for him to be like, Cassius, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
You should have done that back when he was on Raw.
Damn. Yeah. Damn it, that could have been a thing too. Hero bloody concussed him. He thinks he's Cassius.
Yeah, of course. And that's why there wasn't this big hullabaloo. Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks he's a different guy. God damn it. Damn it. That made so much sense.
But you guys might be able to recreate said things somehow.
Just keep selling it. So we get an intro for the Battle of the Co-worker Friends. Co-workers only, apparently. As we highlight Neville and Ricochet's friendship, maybe.
Co-workers who may play RPGs on the weekend. You don't know.
They might play RPGs.
They might play. I think Neville would be into a bit of 5th edition D&D.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ricochet. I think Neville plays a level 7 wizard, and Ricochet plays a fighter. And Neville's always Ricochet's always showing up with his new fighter because he re-rolls every week. And Neville's like, "Come on, dude, we need to go do some high level shit." And Ricochet's always ruining it by bringing a low level character, and it's terrible.
God damn it, Ricochet. But anyways, we highlight the betrayal of Adrian Neville.
I think you mean the correct business sense of Adrian Neville.
Oh man. As Ricochet enters the ring, flanked by a puma.
Just one?
Yes, flanked by a single puma.
And is this a tame, like a zookeeper puma, or is this
Yes.
someone dressed like a puma?
No, it's a zookeeper puma, a legitimate puma.
Is the puma on hind legs, or is it just walking?
It's just walking normally next to him.
Okay. This is kind of cool. I like this idea.
He's got a mask on, and he takes it off when he gets in the ring. You know what I mean?
Like Volador.
Yes, it's not the Puma mask, though, like the Prince Puma mask. It's just a different kind of mask.
It's a Ricochet mask.
Sure.
No, it's a mask of Neville's face.
I will cut your face off and wear it.
Are we getting bombs?
As Neville enters the match,
does he literally break orbit?
He literally breaks orbit, and we do the famed, we do the Shawn Michaels zipline thing. But he flies in like a superhero. And when he lands on the ground, pyro goes off.
Oh, jeez. Sadly, Dave has disowned the wrestling community, and so we cannot.
Yeah, when then, of course, whatever, he takes it off, and then he's got his cape, and he puts the hood up, does his, weird finger thing.
Ooh, okay.
His, you know what I mean? It's finger thing that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing. And then
what he does in private is his personal business.
That's true. And he takes off the jacket, and we're ready to go. And it is all out, folks. Jesus Christ, this was terrible, because nobody has any, psych. They just, 8 minutes, bombs. 7.5 minutes of just flips and bombs.
This match has happened a lot. So you've kind of...
It has. I've expected that this wouldn't do too well, but whatever. Ricochet and Neville push each other to the limit before eventually Ricochet catches him with a chocolate rain.
Some stay dry while others feel the pain.
And Neville on this night feels the pain, and Ricochet's the one who gains the United States Championship. So we head...
Damn it.
What?
I like Neville. I think he's a good dude.
Puddy, for some reason, likes the Neville character. Who knows why? You know why.
I do. I'm fully aware.
As we move forward, it's Bayley!
Bayley makes an entrance where, so first of all, the lights go off in the Mercedes-Benz arena, and a spotlight is shone to the ringside area where a little dancing, like, think of Groot, but instead of it being a tree, it's a wacky waveable inflatable arm man.
Oh my god!
Starts to do a dance, and then suddenly all around the ring, giant tube men pop up, and there are colorful lights everywhere, yellow and blue and red, and everything's just flashing, colorful and joyful. Tube men pop up in the crowd, and there are tube men everywhere, and then from one of the tube men rips open. And it's Bayley.
And somewhere out there, Tucker Davidson is crying because, as we all know, tube men, biggest heels in the business.
Played by Usos.
Yes.
And we have the matchup next. The main event. As in an A4B+, and about to have good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Becky Lynch defeated Bayley and Asuka in 19 minutes and 44 seconds when Becky Lynch defeated Asuka by submission with an armbar. Becky Lynch wins the WWE Championship.
Pulls out the disarmer.
Disarmer. Just breaks Asuka's arm.
Full on breaks Asuka's arm.
She the Becky Lynch, by the way, comes out in skull paint, face paint.
Why?
No reason. Maybe you guys can find out at home when you book.
Oh no, I know what this is. It's the tube man. Oh god.
But good from the women. Like, this was a C last year, and they've come a very long way.
Took me in to get over that. And Okada comes out, and it rains yen from the ceiling. as he comes out in his jacket.
His light-up jacket?
No, not his light-up jacket. His just normal jacket. And he
the light-up jacket is only for home. That
very well-known pose. And then Randy Orton just kind of comes down to the ring normally. He's like, yep.
Does Okada get Orton-style rain pyro when he strikes his poses? And
no,
Orton
he gets
no pyro?
He gets, no.
Can the yen be set on fire so it looks like Orton-style rain?
Sure. Burning yen. Still more valuable than normal yen.
Oh, we could call him the Burning Rainmaker here. Because Rainmaker is trademarked. So he's
burning Rainmaker. Can he be Nope, didn't work. I was gonna go for the pride Koiso thing or whatever.
The prideful Rainmaker.
No, well, because I was like, oh yeah, because he changes like the Koiso thing. I'm like, no, he doesn't. He changes the pride thing. I'll be like Rainmaker Koiso. I'm like, that doesn't work. Anyways,
you could at home turn him into Pride Koiso and have him be the Rainmaker character.
If you felt like it, but then you'd be stupid. So we head into a match at 78B. As Okada hits the Rainmaker on Randy Orton after 12 minutes. Kazuchika Okada may have peaked early. Everything that Randy Orton said may have been true. But Randy Orton is no Triple H.
That grade
Puddy's like...
That grade is so perfect for this match.
Yep.
It's so perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tried really hard to make it as realistic as possible.
This feud has been the most realistic part of the series. So we have a hype video for Chris Hero and Johnny Gargano. Now, in a lot of ways, this isn't a heated rivalry. This isn't a hatred, blood feud of any kind. This is Johnny Gargano's end of his line of development. You know, when he started here on SmackDown, he had some rough times. He was cheating to win, and almost like he had an addiction. He had this need to cheat to win, even when he didn't even need to cheat to win. Sometimes he'd just cheat anyway, because it was this weird just thing, that the feedback loop that he had. And it didn't help that he wasn't doing too well. He would lose big matches, he would lose title opportunities, and it would kind of make him feel bad. And the way he felt better about himself was cheating. It was just one of his guilty pleasures. And as things developed, he brought one of his best friends in the industry, Tommaso Ciampa, in, and that made him feel a lot better. Even though they were losing, they weren't doing too well in the tag division, he still felt better because he was with his friend. And then his friend turned on him, and that was the darkest summer of his life. But he turned it around, he picked himself back up, and he had one hell of a King of the Ring tournament. And he earned a shot at WrestleMania at the WWE Championship. But the guy on the other end is a guy that he has fought with over the years. They have had massive feuds and evolved. And Chris Hero has been Johnny Gargano's cock block for many, many years. Will it happen again? I don't know. But Chris Hero is the greatest of all time, self-proclaimed. He's the WWE Champion. He's the chosen one. And, he's beaten AJ Styles. He's beaten The Undertaker inside a steel cage. He's beaten Sami Zayn. He's beaten Shinsuke Nakamura. He's beaten Samoa Joe. He's got this long list of people that he's destroyed over the last year. He went to Raw. He conquered there. He could have won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship if he wanted to. He chose not to. And he's one of the strongest competitors in the business right now. But Johnny Wrestling has got that winning mentality. And Johnny Wrestling makes his elaborate entrance. And this elaborate entrance, the red carpet rolls out. He comes to the ring wearing a large cloak. He has his scepter. Candice LeRae is there, even though they're divorced, and it's super awkward.
Yeah.
In a crowd of her own. He comes to the ring holding a trophy, the King of the Ring trophy, with a crown. He just, kingly entrance. It's really kingly. It's fun. It's cool. It's tell your kids.
The crowd chants, "Dead white guys! Dead white guys! Dead white guys!"
Johnny just nods. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, whatever that means.
And then, as opposed to that upbeat, party atmosphere of Johnny Gargano's entrance, we have a haunting orchestra performance as we move on to the next segment of Requiem for a Dream, as we have this just haunting full orchestra performance of Requiem for a Dream with either we'll play Vero's song over it or after it or something.
I say after.
Or maybe...
I say you do the organ to open, and I picture a dun, 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 and then I just...
Or we could get someone who is suitable to do a replacement voice for tonight for Vero live.
I think you just play it out of respect for Vero.
I mean, it depends. I'm not sure about Vero's personal life. Maybe there was a good friend of his that could do this, but I'm not
Instead,
sure.
at WrestleMania, we play A Hero's Welcome, the Cassius Ohno theme.
Yes, indeed. But, and here we go. SmackDown's first main event.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yes!
And in a 99A star in about that sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, the King of the Ring, Johnny Wrestling, King Wrestling, Johnny Gargano defeats Chris Hero by submission with the Gargano escape, the Royal Gargano escape, and wins the WWE Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, with this series now coming to a close, I can say every single time the WWE title changed hands in this series, it was somebody winning the title for the very first time. And that is why SmackDown is the land of opportunity. And the latest to benefit is Johnny Gargano. A legendary performance from him.
Confetti starts to fall down on King Gargano, and the crowd continues to chant, "Dead white guys! Dead white guys!"
So obviously we're going to have...
it's probably a Johnny Wrestling chant. I assume so.
Graduate playing. Yeah, Johnny Wrestling. He just, jumps into the crowd. It's a very happy moment for him. Big fan favorite here on SmackDown. He did it. And also, he didn't cheat to win. This was a fair and square match. Chris Hero actually tried to cheat to win during the match.
Wow.
But, yeah, Gargano, just a better man.
Jeez. So we now got a hype video for what should have been the main event of the evening. Highlighting the warpath of Kevin Owens. The fact that this man literally gives no fucks about anything. He's put his family at risk. He's put his job at risk. He's put his money at risk. The man wants to be great. And his reasoning is because at the end of the day, when he becomes champion, he's that confident. It's not if, it's when he becomes champion. He's going to have all the money in the world to pay off anything that he's done.
That's a good point.
Kevin Owens is motivated, if not only by the things that he's already done, but the things as he's doing them now. He's backed himself into a corner. He has to win, because if he doesn't, he's been fined so much money.
Kids.
He's got kids. We've seen the kids. NXT. You watched NXT, right?
We got Owen Owens.
Owen Owens. Come on. That's the most confusing in kayfabe name ever. Like, that's going to be awkward if you ever become a wrestler, kid. Your dad just screwed you over, but whatever. I
assume like the Gage Keith situation, he'll choose.
It'll be Owenstein.
Owenstein, yeah.
Actually, that rolls off the tongue pretty well, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Well, that's his real name, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Steen is not Kevin's last name.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something French. It's something kind of French, I think. Something like that. I might be wrong. Quote me if I'm wrong.
I think I've heard that too. Tell us in the comments.
Quote me if I'm wrong. Seriously do, because I don't genuinely know that. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. So, anyways, Kevin Owens makes his way to the ring. We have a slightly edited version of Unsettling Differences.
Surely it has to be very, very, very edited.
Oh no. We blare the fuck Ring of Honor part. Fuck you, Ring of Honor. No, but changed it to fuck Monday Night Raw. Somebody call Shane McMahon. I think he might be mad at me. Shane's
been very honourable and sportsmanlike. So what about fuck Raw of Honor? I want my old Raw back.
Fuck Raw of Honor. Yeah, I like my new Raw, or my old Raw. And Owens or whatever does his thing or whatever, where he sticks his head through the ropes and does his thing. You know what I mean? His yelling bit, and the crowd throw streamers into the ring for him, and they drape all over him.
ROH style.
ROH style, and he's the bad guy here. Well. Yeah, he's the bad guy here.
Is he? He's a bad guy.
Look at his actions, Puddy. Can you excuse any of that? He's put his family at risk.
He's a bad guy. But out of the two competitors here, I think most people and me are rooting for him.
Who knows? As No Chance in Hell hits, and
No Chance in Hell, I'm rooting for him.
and Vince McMahon struts out to the ring, and he stops at one point with this championship, and he looks out at the crowd. This is his.
I built this shit.
Yeah, he's the godfather. No, he's just the father of professional wrestling.
Not his father.
No, not his father. Not my father. Vince McMahon climbs into the ring. He doesn't wear a do-rag, in case people were wondering. We're not doing that. And he just gives the belt to the referee. He gets ready to fight. He's about to be in the fucking fight of his life. As it is a massacre, folks. Kevin Owens rips apart Vince McMahon, destroys him, pop-up powerbomb, package pile driver. Another pop-up powerbomb.
Now, this man is 70 years old. What do you think a package pile driver does to that brain?
Dead. Might be dead. Who knows? Who genuinely knows?
Is he unconscious for a long period of time? Are we concerned?
He doesn't move for at least 2 minutes. And
it's very uncomfortable. Is Owens now the bad guy in everyone's eyes? He's like, you know what? We hate Vince too, but that's a 70-year-old man. It's like when Seth killed Ric Flair.
It very easily could have been. And then the tide turns as Shane McMahon comes out.
What?
Hits Kevin Owens with a steel chair.
What?
Throws his father on top of Kevin Owens and rolls away and waits on the ramp as the 3 count is counted. Like, the ref is looking at Shane. The ref is looking at Shane, and he's like, well, you can't do that. It's a DQ. And he's like, I fucking run the company. No, that's not a DQ. You're fucking counting the pin. And Vince McMahon is champion. And Kevin Owens sits in the corner, just kind of sits there and stares at Shane McMahon. As Shane smiles at him. And, yells, you got what's coming to you. You want to keep acting like that? There's more where this came from. You don't mess with authority around here. And Owens looks at Shane. Looks at his hands, balls them into fists, and goes over to Vince McMahon, stares at Shane McMahon. He pulls out a ladder.
A ladder?
A ladder.
From the Money in the Bank match?
Yep. And Shane Shane is like, what are you doing? Owens tosses the ladder in the ring, and he grabs 2 chairs. And he rolls into the ring with the chairs, and he sets one up, and he sets another up, places the ladder onto the chairs, so it's elevated, throws Vince off the ropes, pops him up, grabs him, spins, and power bombs him through the ladder.
Ugh.
And Vince begins to cough up blood.
Ugh.
And Kevin Owens looks at Shane, looks at Vince, and then Kevin Owens leaves. He passes by Shane McMahon on the ramp, and Shane, who was smiling, is now like, fuck, and Owens just smirks at him, walks away.
I think there's so many like layers to this entire thing, because first of all, like by any means, Owens is a horrible human being.
He's a horrible human being. Scumbag. He's the bad guy.
He's not the bad guy, in my opinion. We'll get into that in a little sec. But like, shite. He's a good guy. He's a bad guy for sure. And like, he is one of the most despicable characters we've actually seen in this series. There's very little aside from Seth literally murdering someone.
He literally killed Ric Flair. Yeah, it wasn't even like he literally killed him. Like he's actually dead. You can go into the data. He's dead. And
that was the biggest act he did as well. And he's actually dead.
He's not actually dead.
Okay, I thought he was.
No, he's even in the data. You can go find him. I think he's still alive.
Isn't Liger dead?
No, Liger's not dead.
Okay, but like he literally killed someone. That's like his coup de grace. It's a really bad thing. He murdered someone. That's horrible.
Literally murdered a 16-time wrestling legend on live television in front of people.
And that was like, and the rest of his reign was basically meh, and like he didn't do a lot of shit. Owens not only has done some really despicable shit, like pile driving a 70-year-old man, but he does it on
killed Joey Styles too.
Yeah, he does it on the weekly. It's not just Seth Rollins where it's not just like with Seth Rollins where it's like he did one thing which was absolutely horrible. And there's lots of ways you can explain that away. No, Owens does this every single week. He's the worst guy.
The man's a psychopath.
He's a psychopath, and he's just.
He's an intelligent psychopath. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to get it.
Yeah, and he just sometimes but also, literally every aspect of the situation is screwing him. He deserved to main event WrestleMania. He deserved to win the World Heavyweight title, and Shane McMahon is also a really bad guy.
Shane McMahon
lies about what he wants.
McMahon fully lied about Raw and its existence.
Everything.
He said it wanted to be prestigious. Kevin Owens wasn't even in the main event of WrestleMania. He was like, and he still screwed him over.
He would rather screw over Kevin Owens than have the main event of WrestleMania. He would rather screw over Kevin Owens than have a fair title match. He is letting his personal vendetta get the better of him. And so you're having bad things happen to bad people, and it's very difficult to choose a side there. And it's really interesting because it's not like, I hate all of these people. It's all of these people have very interesting layers, and there are some horrible things going on, and I hope they get resolved, but I don't know who I want to resolve them, because if Kevin Owens gets what he wants, then we might have murders on our hands. But
if Kevin Owens doesn't get what he wants, we may still have murders on our hands.
But there are two things that I know coming out of this match. First of all, I wouldn't, if I was a Raw viewer, I would be unhappy with the current world champion. I think he is undeserving. He's been riding his way to the top, but it might even get vacated. He might be unable to compete, but I think he'll still keep it because he's been a bastard.
He's Vince McMahon.
He's kept it since January. Yeah, and I don't think there is anything that will wrestle that fucking title away from him and his bastard son.
There is one thing.
I can't think of it.
Shut the fuck up, Dean Malenko. And Apollo Crews comes down to the ring in a helicopter. On the side, it says Apollo 18. He comes down and he hits a jackhammer on the possibly dead Vince McMahon. 1, 2, 3. Apollo Crews has completed the road to redemption that he set out to so many years ago. Like 1.5 realistically, but whatever. And Kevin Owens on the stage looks back as he hears the 3 and Apollo Crews' theme starts playing. He turns around and looks at Apollo in the ring celebrating with the belt. And with Shane McMahon in between the two of them, and Shane's like, my dad's fucking dead. My dad is dead. What do I do?
And it's his fault.
Yeah, what do I do now? Oh my God, my dad is dead. And Kevin Owens just looks back at Apollo, and he claps for Apollo.
Good job, Apollo.
It is a very, way to have your moment. Way to have your moment.
I'll be coming for you.
Yeah, I'll be coming for that belt. Just don't worry. You got your moment.
And that's the thing. Owens, he might not have the belt, but he beat Vince.
Oh, he beat Vince, without a doubt.
And he beat Shane.
Like, Kevin Owens has won this match. Not only won this match, he has won this feud, rivalry.
He's won the day.
He's won the day at the end of the day, no matter who is world champion.
It may not be the conventional WrestleMania moment, but that's his WrestleMania moment.
And the Apollo crew come out and they hoist Apollo up on their shoulders. And Monday Night Raw has a new world champion.
The greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time. Apollo fucking Crews. But WrestleMania is not over yet, folks.
Oh, God, no.
Despite the emotional climax that was, you're about to have another one.
In your pants.
Yep.
As we have a video... And of course, this video focuses on Sami Zayn. He drafted to SmackDown after SummerSlam of 2016, and he started talking about, like, it was a catchphrase at the time. It was almost a gimmick for him at the time, that he was going to make wrestling fun again. That was a little bit of a gimmick. It was a little bit of a joke, he thought. But over the months, it grew. And it grew. And he looked around and he saw certain threats. He saw people like AJ Styles. He saw people like Antonio Cesaro and Chris Hero and Tommy Enda. And they were the complete antithesis of what he wanted. And he thought, you know what? No, this isn't just a joke. This isn't just a gimmick. This is a belief system. This is a way of life that is under threat. And this is something that I need to fight for. And he fought, and he won, and he grew so much and forged bonds in the fires of the wars of SmackDown. And then, after it all, he thought he had won. He was the champ. He was top of the pile, and he was ready to do anything. He had fended off Kevin Owens. He had defeated AJ Styles. And then the rug got pulled from under him. And John Cena revealed that everything he'd been fighting for and everything that he'd ever done in SmackDown was a waste of time. Because it was just a social experiment. It was a way to create a wrestler that was better than the original John Cena. And that really hurt Sami. But then he realized, you know what? That project was a success. And the result was Sami Zayn. And John Cena doesn't want to admit it. But tonight, Sami doesn't want to beat up John Cena. He doesn't want to fight John Cena. He wants to beat him in a wrestling match to show that Sami Zayn is every bit the wrestler John Cena wanted to create.
I just want to point out right now that...
You're quite quiet at the moment.
Oh, my bad. I had my mic pushed away from me. I just want to point out that as jokey as this is going into the main event of WrestleMania, I do like how Sami Zayn worked so hard for this, and at the end, John Cena was just like, "It's just a prank, bro. That's it. SmackDown's just a prank, bro." Entire thing.
And that must be so debilitating. It's like there are a couple of TV shows that have worked through this concept, but this happens in real life too, where you hire someone on to like do a project, like a construction project or something, and it gets cancelled midway. So you just carry on hiring them so they don't like have to get demoralized that their project is cancelled. But when you realize that your project's been cancelled this entire time, it's like, why was I working up for this? Even though you still get the money, it's like, this is so pointless.
So something I also wanted to quickly touch on is that can you say that John Cena is a bad guy? It's a very interesting parallel, because compared to the thing that we just had on Raw, where it seemed like everybody was a bad guy, here on SmackDown, it almost seems like everybody has good intentions at the end of the day. John Cena tried to... Sorry, you go ahead. It's your
I genuinely believe that John Cena was trying to do something good, but as Sami has pointed out many times, his philosophy has flaws, and his methods have definitely been bad. He hired a group of people to terrorize his roster for 2 years, essentially. He brought in a guy for his roster that he knew was a psychopath, because he thought it would challenge the roster. He intentionally sent people that would be antagonistic towards SmackDown, and in probably the more obvious wrestling thing, he was a corrupt referee and screwed someone out of a world title match at the main event of the Royal Rumble. He's done bad things. Is he a bad guy? I don't know, but he's definitely done some really bad things. And the way he's fucked with, I mean, Johnny and Zack don't seem to be too bothered about it, but the way he's fucked with Sami's head is some like high level psychological torture. And it's there's some black and white here for sure. Both guys have gone to the extremes. Both guys probably have good intentions, but what John Cena has done is well, I would consider it sick, in a lot of ways.
But sometimes good people have to do sick things to get good results.
Yeah, and that's where I come to the like, I don't think John Cena was going down the right track, because he, like as Sami says, the reason why that John Cena in 2007 was so powerful and why he got so strong was because he believed in ideals like hustle, loyalty, respect, and he hung to them for so long. And he's trying to snuff that out. This project was doomed to fail from the start.
Has it been a gimmick since 2007?
A gimmick?
Hustle, loyalty, respect. Has it meant anything since 2007?
I don't know. Maybe the viewers at home can explore that subplot as we build to SummerSlam.
I don't know why I just said that so amazingly betrayed. I was like, was it all a lie? All along? The entire thing? He lied to me?
Never give up, John? Really? Never give up, John?
As we head into the next segment.
So Sami just has his normal entrance.
And
he just comes out.
Well, the entire crowd, though. Like, the crowd gives him his own special entrance, because obviously, I'm guessing they sang the, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
we have 54,000 singing that. We play that track in the background, but we also have Aha out there playing Take On Me while the track is playing, just to mix it up a bit. And then after that, a marching band marches. You can move on to the next segment. As a marching band marches out. Giant marching band plays John Cena's theme as hustle, loyalty, and respect comes up on the big Titantron. Never give up. 15 times. GOAT. Greatest of all time. Ace that runs the place. All like catchphrases just flash on the screen as John Cena makes pretty much his normal WrestleMania entrance. He's not coming out as a heel. He's not coming out as a bad guy. John Cena's coming out as John Cena. He's going to come out there and prove to everyone why he's the greatest of all time. He's main eventing WrestleMania for 2 years in a row again. And this time, he's going to win and send Sami Zayn back where he belongs, to the mid-card.
I like to think most of the crowd is booing him, and then we move the camera over to the Chicago section. They're like, fuck you, Cena! Fuck you, Cena! Fuck you, Cena!
Yeah, like holding CM Punk
signs. The Chicago section. It's just a whole bunch of people with, like, CM Punk signs. As we head in to the final match.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like do. So sometimes I do like in this like angle, I would talk about the match in depth, and it's a pretty simple brawl with some throws and stuff in there. And for John, it's not a difficult match for John.
It's very routine.
Very much. Yeah, it's well, I don't want to call it routine, but it's not this complex or difficult storytelling. There's just one consistent theme. John is trying to make the match violent. He's going for his strikes, his punches. He occasionally will grab a weapon, which gets diffused quite quickly.
Rod Zapata.
Yeah, Rod Zapata's like, yeah, fuck you. He does not get far in getting the weaponry, but he's constantly saying, oh yeah, I'm going to up the violence. This is going to turn into a wild brawl because I don't like you, Sami. And you shouldn't like me. This should be a big brawl. But Sami's like, no. And he'll grapple and he'll diffuse John Cena's violence. And he doesn't give in. He doesn't turn this into a brawl. It's just a wrestling match. But it's very back and forth. And even though John isn't getting to wrestle the match he wants to wrestle, he's still very much in it. And in the end, Sami Zayn does indeed prove that he is better than John Cena. As in an exceptional match, Sami Zayn defeated John Cena with a haluva kick into a brainbuster. And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on, afterwards, Sami Zayn is celebrating, but it's not like a big WrestleMania confetti celebration. He's just kind of relieved. He's like, yeah, it's kind of over. I've done it. I've proven myself. I don't have to fight anymore. The fighting is over now. And then Zack Sabre Jr. and Johnny Gargano come out with their belts and they look at each other and they're like, what a long road. They embrace and they look at the crowd and they just smile. the long road for some of these guys has come to a close. And for this series, Tucker, has also come to a close.
I do like to think that, we pan around the entire crowd and, like...
The Chicago section?
They're all freaking out. The Chicago section is still like, fuck you, Cena! Fuck you, Cena! Fuck you, Cena! That's the series.
That's the series.
That's the fucking series. We did it. We possibly gave the only, well, aside from your series, the only TEW series with an actual finish, a close.
Well, mine's not finished yet.
I know, but I mean, it will be.
One episode left.
It will be, and might as well had a finale. It had its close. It didn't just stop. I like that. And
we'll talk in the epilogue, which will be very long form.
Yeah, it will be.
But I wanted to just say thank you. There have been a lot of comments on this series that have been incredibly heartwarming, and I'm really glad that people seem to enjoy this. I had a lot of fun with parts of it. There were some struggles.
It didn't come without its pain. There was a lot of pain at one point. A lot of pain. I lost my hand.
You did.
Nobody noticed.
There are definitely some sections of this series that are up there with my best TW work, and there are certainly some sections that might well be my favorite stuff that I've ever done.
And I just do want to say this, if you thought that what Puddy was doing on SmackDown was like amazing and as great as I thought it was, and I was interested in the entire thing from start to finish, and I was the person sitting on the other end who knew some things that were already happening, I was still interested in playing it out, check out his other shit, because he says himself that, like, he says it's up there with his best stuff, and his other stuff is on his channel, I'm assuming. If not, oh man, oh no, this went nowhere. Ignore I said it, but yeah, it is.
Like, I just want to, like, because I think this is like there's very little on in my channel that I think is better. I think the last two arcs of Oli are very good. I think this is probably better, and then the penultimate arc of Maw, the Froshore Frantic Ali feud, is the only thing that I would consider to be as good as something like the Owens feuds with Sami or the Great American Bash sagas. Those are my two favorite sagas personally in this series. What do you personally? Because I know what my favorite stuff from you is, and you I think you lament this, but the Siege on Titan Towers is my favorite stuff you did in this series. What's your favorite stuff that you did?
It's very weird because when I look at the stuff that I did, I like all my stuff. Like as much as the first bit was a lot of garbage and the cruiserweight title stuff. It was
more to it.
It had its. I don't know. It had its
things like Seth killing Ric Flair is an iconic moment. That is a good heel moment.
I think what I tried to do with Raw is, and I'll say this definitely in the epilogue, but I knew I couldn't compete with Puddy as a wrestling show because I am not as good of a wrestling writer as Puddy is. So I tried to be a TV show where things happened with some wrestling. And at the end, I kind of brought it back into a wrestling show, and I think it worked somewhat, as much as that's not my strength. Booking wrestling, apparently. What do you know? I'm a channel that books wrestling, and my strength is booking TV, apparently. Writing TV, I guess. I don't know.
Writing shock horror TV.
Writing, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, I, Trevor Davidson, am the head writer of The Walking Dead. Yes.
No, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, too. I rate both, actually. Creative, what the hell is it called? Creative consultant. On both The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones.
Head creative consultant.
Head creative consultant. But anyways...
We should say goodbye.
We should, but first, the recording's going to go off in a minute, and I don't want to cut off while we're like saying random things, but 1 sec, folks. It won't be a sec for you. Why do I even say 1 sec? I'm stupid.
Okay, so let's...
What's next for you? What's next for you?
I think, and again, I don't like to make promises and make anything, but I'm in a reasonably far along stage of production in my next series, and while I won't say too much about it just in case, I will say that I think I'm going to be going back to my roots.
Wow, that's interesting. Because speaking of going back to things, I've got to go back. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I've got to go back. And to be honest, when I thought about this, when we posed the question, where are you going to go now? You know what I mean? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? I keep coming back to one thing and one thing only. And there is only one place. There is only one place that I want to go. And that is straight to the top, Daddy. Woo! Wow, what could that be? It's TNA.
TNA.
No, it's not.
We'll see you guys next time for TNA.
Well, they won't see you.
Do you want to know why nobody gets a speech? Because the speech is for the fans today. The fans at home who've stuck by us and made this possible.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. I want to thank you, Puddy, for doing this. As much as it was painful at times, and I know that, and
I'm sure it was painful for you too, and I apologize for that. And I'd like to thank you for your work on the series, because at times it's been very efficient. And also, you mentioned it earlier how it was some of the stuff I was doing was for like you were interested in it.
So great.
And it was you were a great audience. Like one of the best parts of this series was having someone there live.
I had my downfalls. I had my bad episodes where I just say random stupid shit that wouldn't.
But even when you said random stupid shit, the talks we would have after the episodes where you would react to it, like having that instant reaction of having an audience to play with was incredibly interesting, and you're doing that, and that was good. That's why I kept you in the dark about certain things, is because I always like to see your reactions.
That was really another thing that I really enjoyed about it, having somebody to bounce things off of, I guess. You know what I mean? Like if I thought something, and then
because this was a solo booking series for them. Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah, everything was very off to ourselves. Aside from there were a couple months where I asked you about a lot of the stuff I was doing, just because I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it.
And there were certain angles where we had to work very closely. I mean, to pull the curtain back a little bit, the Chris Hero to Raw stuff.
Yeah, that was.
We had to work very closely.
That was very fun. But we'll get more into that in the epilogue episode. Yes, but something I definitely enjoyed, maybe just about the legitimate recording part, was having somebody to respond to my commentary. I guess like somebody to, if I said something funny, there was a laugh where I was like, yeah, okay, I'm doing this right, because I feel like. Sometimes with TEW, you make jokes and you don't know if they're funny or not. It's somebody
why and this is a topic for a different day, but it's why there are still advantages to recording in front of an audience in TV. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because there's something, like what they always say about like wrestling and shit. If they don't like something, if something's not good, they'll let you know.
Well, yeah, wrestling's a good example of something where. Wrestling's a good example of something where you just couldn't do it without an audience. Probably.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't work. Well,
there have been some matches I haven't liked them, but like with comedy, for example, you might do it without an audience or with an audience.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, we're rambling like we usually do because I think parts of us just don't want to go, but
maybe a little bit. Yeah,
we have to.
This series has been so, I don't know, impactful for the channel. I guess we went from
a good shift.
What?
Put in a good shift.
We went from 5, but I went from 200 subscribers to like over 670 now.
Mm.
Like I'm on.
It's been good for you on the numbers.
It's been good for me on the numbers, but it's also been good for me in the heart. Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, it's Dan Sapp.
All right, well,
it's one of our guys. Close it out.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this entire series. And we'll both see you sometime in the future in a galaxy far, far away.